You know, a lot of times when you start off in a business like real estate, you want to compare yourself to top performers, people with experience who've been doing it for years. And I like to put it this way, you know, if we had a competition and the experienced guy, we're competing against him and he makes 10 calls and he gets 9 transactions. You make 10 calls, you only get 1 transaction. And you're thinking to yourself, man, am I ever gonna make it in this business, never mind win the competition? But you know, the law of averages is a wonderful thing. And it works all the time. And so, you know, I know how to beat that guy that makes 10 calls and gets 9. You only get 1 transaction out of making 10 calls. You just have to make more calls. But here's the positive thing. That sounds like a lot of work. But what happens is there's no way that you can engage in the right activities and not get better and not develop better skills. So the second 10 calls or the third 10 calls, instead of getting 1, you're getting 2. And all of a sudden, instead of having to make 100 calls to get what he gets in 10 calls, you may be only making 50 or 60 calls because you've got better and now you're getting 3 or 4 or 5 transactions out of every activity that you're involved in. So, you know, long-term in the real estate business, you develop skills, you develop systems, and perhaps you even get to the point where you learn how to manage your money and you learn to invest some money and you learn how to create a future for yourself by having some of your extra commissions that you earn being invested into investment properties. Somebody told me a long time ago, it said, Ray, don't sell everything. Buy some of those deals yourself. And I'm glad I listened to that advice because today I have some of those deals. They're actually bought and paid for. You know, I like the question about, will the brokerage help me with my investments? Well, we have people in the brokerage, I happen to be one of them, that's what I do for a living. What I do for a living is I help investors buy, sell, invest, hold, insure, make sure everything's done properly, and willed. So if you came and worked with us, I can tell you this, that I do mentoring with many of the agents to help them not only develop the business, but I also help them develop portfolios that will last them and their families for years to come. You know what gives me a lot of pleasure is knowing that I've helped somebody change the course of history for their whole family. Because I'll tell you what, if you just work for wages all your life, you are not gonna significantly change the life of your family. But the moment you realize that, you know, wages are good, but profits are better, why not learn to develop profits that can sustain your family for generations to come? Love to talk to you about it. Give me a shout.